I call the regular meeting of council to order at 7 p.m. on August the 14th, 2023. Next, I would like to recognize that we are on traditional territory of Indigenous Ways of Cree Nation and the homeland of the Métis, and that we are all treaty people. Thank you. I also would like to acknowledge that we have Deputy Mayor Valentino and Councillor Lundmark on Zoom. So thank you. Next, I'd like approval of the agenda. Councillor Fitzpatrick, Councillor McIver, all in favor? Carried. Next, community comments and feedback. As we have no community in the session, I do not believe. Tammy, you have any requests by emails?
No, I don't.
Okay, we will move on. Next, we're going to adopt your minutes. 5.1 is a resolution to adopt various meeting minutes. Resolution 2023-100, moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick, second by Councillor Tone. Be it resolved that the following minutes be approved. Committee of the Whole, June 19, 2023. Variation order number 1011-23, June 26, 2023. Regular meeting of council, June 26, 2023. Committee of the Whole, July 4th, 2023. Variation order number 1012-23, July 10th, 2023. Regular meeting of council, July 10th, 2023. Committee of the Whole, August 8th, 2023. Special meeting of council, July 21st, 2023. Special regular meeting of council, July 31st, 2023. Committee of the Whole, August 8th, 2023. Administration, any comments?
Nothing further.
Councillor Fitzpatrick, any comments?
Nothing further.
Any comments from council? Call for the question, all those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Next, we're going to go to resolution 6.1 is a resolution to approve Councillor Colburn's leave of absence. Resolution 2023-101, moved by Councillor Louis Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor McIver. Whereas per section 941A of the Municipal Act, a member of council is disqualified from council if he or she is absent for the full duration of 3 consecutive regular council meetings, unless the absences are with the leave of the council granted by a resolution passed at any of the 3 meetings prior or the next meeting following the 3rd absence. Be it resolved that council approve Councillor Colburn's leave of absence for a period of 3 months from August 14th, 2023 to November 16th, 2023. Administration.
Nothing further. The councillor has just requested this of council.
Councillor Fitzpatrick, any comments?
Nothing further, no.
Any comments from council? Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a question about this, is it by written request or just a verbal request?
This was a verbal request made to the mayor and city manager.
Does it need to be a written request? I don't know about it. Because I never faced that for the first time, I just want to understand that. So if you read the bylaw, if you read the bylaw every 3rd time, you need to do that. Do we need to do that, or just you can request one shot for a long period of time?
We've checked with municipal relations. Doing it by resolution like this covers the time period that's within the resolution.
Okay, all right, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Call for the question, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Six point two is a resolution to approve the land lease application for lot 7 plan 28758. Resolution 2023-102, moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor Tone. Whereas Alan Hamlin has submitted a 1-year land lease application for lot 7 plan 28758 PLTO North Division. And whereas the land lease fee, according to the approved City of Thompson fee and fine schedule, is $667 plus GST. Now therefore be it resolved that council approve the 1-year land lease agreement between the City of Thompson and Alan Hamlin for lot 7 plan 28758 PLTO North Division. Administration.
So as was noted, this is a request for Mr. Hamlin to lease this piece of land. According to his proposed use, it's for simply storing utility trailers and to have garden plots. This is in the flood area, that is the PER zone of the City of Thompson, under the Churchill River Diversion. It's not to have any permanent structures with a foundation to be added without Hydro's permission, but there's no need for any permanent foundations in this request. So administration is recommending that council approve the land lease. And it was reviewed at the last committee of the whole.
Thank you, Councillor Fitzpatrick.
I don't see any issues with this, it's well within whatever's been going on in this area for the last 40, 50 years anyway.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councillor Wong?
Just a clarification question, is this zoning for storage and agriculture? Is that if I read it right, you want to do gardening, right?
Yes,
Storage.
it would be gardening.
So is there zoning for that, how about the purpose?
I couldn't answer that to you on the spot this evening. That was something that Director Safranitz had developed. He's reviewed everything and recommended it forward.
Anyone else? Okay, I would like to say I'm happy to support this lease. It's something that's been worked on for quite a few years. And I'm glad that it's finally coming to fruition. So if there's no more questions, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Carried. Six point three is a resolution to approve sole sourcing, non-destructive testing for cable kit ladder 180 to Seahawk Specialized Truck Service. Resolution 2023-103, moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick, second by Councillor Tong. Be it resolved that council approve sole sourcing the repairs, including the non-destructive testing and the for the quintuple combination pumper ladder truck to Seahawk Specialized Truck Service at a cost not to exceed $69,523.33. Administration.
This was presented at committee of the whole on August 8th, and I just want to remind that this does not include the transportation costs for the loaner truck from Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service. We're still in discussions on who the carrier is going to be, so just be mindful that there will be another cost for the City of Thompson to pay for the travel of the ladder truck to and from Winnipeg as well. So again, I don't have a cost probably for that yet. It's still in discussion.
Thank you. Councillor Fitzpatrick,
Nothing further.
any other councillors? Oh, Councillor Lemmer.
Hi there, I just wanted to say that during our committee of the whole meeting that we discussed this and we all agreed that it was definitely a health and safety issue requirement. And that it is, we discussed it was below our bylaws threshold for sole source within our requirements. And this is a necessary thing and I'd definitely be supporting it. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you. Definitely it was pointed out that it could be a safety issue down the road, so I'm definitely in support of this. Call for the question. All those in favor? Thank you. Carried. Six point four is a resolution authorizing administration to enter into a gift agreement between the City of Thompson and Valley for Juniper Park. Resolution 2023-104, moved by Councillor Oberdorfer, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that council authorize administration to enter into a gift agreement between Valley Canada Limited and the city of Thompson for Juniper Park administration.
Yeah, so the city of Thompson applied to the Building Sustainable Communities grant for a grant for Juniper Park. That was to include the replacing or the installation of a new splash pad, replacing the old wading pool, as well as modernized and accessible play structures. The project is included as part of the 2022 financial plan with a budget of $600,000 allocated towards the project in the general reserve. The city this year realized that or found out that we are receiving the funding from the Building Sustainable Communities Fund. As well as we received word from Ballet that would be receiving funds from them. The province of Manitoba granted the city of Thompson $300,000, requiring a 50% match from the city. And then Ballet has offered the city of Thompson through a gift agreement $100,000 towards the park. So administration is reviewed this with the committee of the whole last week and is recommending that council allow us to enter into a gift agreement with Ballet Canada.
Thank you. Councillor Oberdorfer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, I'll be supporting this. I look forward to seeing another revitalization project in one of our parks, and it's nice to see more partnerships with LA and that they're willing to support this project.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Okay, seeing none, I think this is definitely, we've been enhancing the parks over the last few years, and this is definitely a great news story for the oldest park in the city of Thompson. So, and a lot of children in the area that can come down across from the towers, and that's looking forward to this. Over the question, all those in favor? Carried. We're going into bylaws now. Bylaws, so I'm just gonna remind people, this is the first reading of these next two bylaws. So that once that we get the first reading done, then we can go to public hearings and we can listen to, we can voice our concerns at the next meeting. 7.1 is the first reading of the bylaw 2034-2023, being a zoning bylaw amendment to the Thompson Humane Society. Resolution 2023-105, moved by Councillor Oberdorfer, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that bylaw 2034-2023, being a bylaw of the city of Thompson to amend the city of Thompson zoning bylaw 1891-2012, as amended to amend figure 48, permitted conditional uses in the CDTR zone by adding kennel boarding as a conditional use in that specific zone, as introduced and read for the first time. Administration.
Yeah, so as reviewed by our Director of Development at the last committee of the whole, we've received a request for a kennel definition to be added as a conditional use to one of the commercial zones. What our director pointed out to us is that it is currently, that use class definition is currently allowed in the commercial downtown 2 zone, but it is not allowed in the zone right across the street, which is also a commercial zone. So the request has come in to allow that to be put forth by the Thompson Humane Society as they purchased a building across the street and would like to have that use of kenneling there. It would still remain as a conditional use, meaning that a conditional use application would have to come before council. Council could approve it or turn it down or attach conditions to it. This is the first reading, so we'd recommend that you go forth with the first reading tonight. And then we'd have a public hearing so that people could come and voice their concerns.
Thank you. Councillor Oberdorfer, any comments?
I support this moving forward.
Any other councillors' comments? Seeing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 7.2 is the first reading of bylaw 2035-2023, being a zoning bylaw amendment for health services. Resolution 2023-106, moved by Councillor Thompson, seconded by Councillor Oberdorfer. Be it resolved that bylaw 2035-2023 being a bylaw of the city of Thompson, to amend the city of Thompson zoning bylaw 1891-2012 as amended to amend figure 35 permitted conditional uses in the CMU zone by removing health services as a permitted access use and adding health services as a permitted principal use. To be introduced and read for the first time. Administration.
Yeah, so I'll just go from the memo that's attached. So under our current bylaw, health services is a defined use. And it's allowable in 2 of the 4 commercial zones in Thompson, those being the commercial downtown 1 and commercial downtown 2. In the commercial mixed use zone, health services is only an accessory use. Accessory uses are uses, activities, or structures that are subordinate to a primary use. For commercial zones, examples of accessory uses are daycares, galleries, community gardens. They're all subordinate to the principal use, which is commercial. For the CMU zone, when it was set up, there was a vision of a mixed use, commercial and residential, therefore leading to health services for whatever reason being listed only as an accessory use. The city has received a zoning bylaw amendment from a business owner wishing to open a health services business in the CMU zone. However, the health services would be the only use of the property and then wouldn't be actually allowed under the current zoning bylaw. To facilitate this business opening and to aid in future development of the zone is requested to remove health services as a permitted accessory use and add health services as a permitted principal use. Municipal Relations has reviewed the proposed changes. No issues have been identified. The department has helped in preparing these bylaw amendments. And the administration is recommending that the bylaw amendment go forward for first reading this evening, and then council can schedule a public hearing for further public discussion and further readings of second and third.
Thank you. Councillor Chong, as the mover, do you have any comments?
No.
Any other comments from council? Seeing none, call for the question, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. With that, we'll call for adjournment. Patrick. Tyler, all in favor?